Hey Pilates people, I have for you a tower class today. You will need your push through bar, leg springs and arm springs, no roll down bar. We will start standing with the push through bar, no springs attached. All right, so once again, you take everything at your own pace. You need to take a break, you take your breaks. So I'm gonna start standing, holding onto the bar, facing my tower, and just do a quick squat to just make sure that arms are straight. When your knees bend, your knees are over the middle of your foot. Sometimes it kind of feels like you're leaning back in that start position, right? Totally normal. So let's just get set up. All 10 toes are pointing forward and you're maybe a little bit wider than hip socket distance, right? So think like 2 large grapefruits. So wrap your fists around, find your long line and feel rooted down through your feet. You're gonna bend the knees, you squat down, you stop where you want, and then just stand it back up. Arms are active, and then back up. And whatever breath pattern you're choosing today, just make sure that it's full breath in one direction, and then full breath out the other direction. Weight is still staying balanced, meaning you still have that tripod connection into your feet. It's very tempting to want to shift back into the heels as we bend the knees. Let's do 3. Pinkies wrapping around, and 2. And 1, lower down to your squat where you feel the most confident. Lift your right heel up and then lower it down. Left heel up and down. Now, as you're lowering and lifting, try to control the lift. There's gonna be a point where it kind of wants to shake or it wants to pop up. Control it. And even though, yes, you're kind of hanging on the bar, there's, once again, you're still pulling it apart. And you're breathing, right? How's this feeling? You feeling some thighs yet, I hope? Think of those collarbones pulling apart. You've got 3. Can you go lower? My thighs are burning. 2. And 1, heel lowers down, stand it all the way up. Now walk those feet in a little bit closer. Maybe they go all the way together, maybe just an inch or 2 apart. Still in parallel. Finds that long line once again. Bend into the knees, lower down, and then stand it all the way up. Just remember your footwork from the reformer, from your chair. Even think a little stomach massage here. And feel that seat or your butt creases kick on each time you stand up. I heard a teacher say the other day, use your cheeks as brakes. I really liked that. We've got 3 and 2 and 1. Lower down into that challenging or confident spot. Lift both heels up and then lower them down. Whew. Lift both heels up and down. Now imagine you've got little magnets between those ankles. Lift the heels up and down. Hang in there. Maybe the hips lower down. My legs are on fire right now. Whew. And each time the heels lower, push them into the mat. Feel that seat kick on a little bit more. You have 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Stand it all the way up. Whew. Just let the bar fall down with control, of course. I have a cunha board that I have set up right now. If you don't have one, don't worry. You're gonna place your feet up against, or the toes up against the uprights. I'm gonna walk mine in a little bit closer. And my hands are about shoulder height, around there. Just clear the equipment, move things around if you need. So I'm driving down into my heels. You might even be getting a stretch in the back of the legs. From here, just let your arms go straight. And now let your hips fall back. So like you're in a sideways V right now. And just pause. Let the head hang. Feel a stretch in the armpits. Maybe sway your hips from right to left. And then find center. Big expansive breath in. And then on your exhale, curl the hips under. Start to roll yourself up. Pause here at the top. Bend the elbows. Row your chest up and forward. So find a little baby extension. And then from here, let the arms go straight. Nod your chin. Roll yourself out. Make this feel good rather than trying to make it perfect. Push into those feet. Roll the hips forward. Row your chest up. Reach your heart up. Maybe you keep the extension as the arms go straight. And then nod the chin. Round through the back. Low back. Let those hips fall heavy. Last one here. Roll yourself up. Pull yourself up. I said last one. We'll do a half of another one. Let yourself fall back. Baby back bend. Nod the chin. Roll yourself out. Let those hips hang and pause here for a moment. Bend your right knee and then just allow that right shoulder to drop down just a little bit. Maybe a little baby twist. And then straighten your right leg. Left knee bends. Allow that upper body to rotate. Maybe you turn your head to the right. And now straighten both legs and then just roll yourself all the way up. Take your feet down. If you have the Cunha board, you are done with it. So you'll want your push through bar sprung from above before we come down onto the mat. All right, so before we come down to the mat, we're gonna work for it. So standing at the end of your mat, I know you can't see me, but I'll be down there with you in just a second. So heels together, toes apart, reach the arms up to the sky, take that big expansive breath in, and then on your exhale, you're gonna nod your chin, round up and over. Find your hands to the mat, just find a stretch here, let the head hang, bends the right knee, bends the left knee, find both legs straight. And then in 4 counts, walk yourself out, find your strong plank and pause here. Think of those fingertips, or actually make the fingertips kind of point at 1 and 11 o'clock. Hug those legs together, push those heels back, dig the balls of the feet in to lift the sternum into your back. You're holding here for 3, 2, and 1. Start to bend the elbows in towards you. Reach the chest forward, lower down with control. With control, come all the way down. And then go ahead and turn over onto your back. Get set up like you're going to do teaser. We won't yet. So hands come onto the bar, slide it back. Make sure that it's not gonna give you any reconstructive surgery. And then just let go of the bar. Just getting you set up. All right, so bring your knees into your chest. Grab onto the back of the thighs. Push the legs into the hands back into the legs. Curl your head, neck, and shoulders up if that's for you. And just feel this traction that you've just created in your body and start to straighten the legs out. And then walk your hands down the back of your legs as you reach the legs out long, still pulling with your arms and pushing in or down with your legs. And then hug the knees all the way in. Hands slide back up the legs. Again, press the legs out where you feel like you're about to rock up. And then hold that chest lift. Legs go out, hands come down, and then bend the knees all the way in. Reset if you need. From here, press the legs out. Reach the legs away. Find that low working angle. Let go of your legs. Start pumping here for your 100. Inhale and exhale. I'm gonna find a Pilates V today. You do what works best for you. Remember, you can always have your head down. You can even take the legs down to the mat. Each time you exhale, I want you to think of that abdomen pulling away from the thighs. The fingertips are reaching away from the shoulders. Let's just do 10. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend everything back in. Now let's grab onto that bar. Now you have the option to either come into your chest lift or keep the head down, but the main thing I want you to do today is to push that bar towards your legs. And you might even feel like you're kind of sliding back towards your tower. That's exactly what I want you to find and keep. Bring the knees into the chest, firm grip around the bar, send your left leg out as your right knee pulls in, and switch. Remember, you can come up into chest lift, right? That spring will kind of help you, but you're still pushing that bar away from the tower behind you. You've got 3 and 2 and 1. Bend both knees into your chest. Maybe the hips roll up off the mat a little bit and then press the legs back out, long line, and then hug the knees all the way in. Again, inhale, press the legs away. And exhale, pull in. Again, legs go out, hold out there. Soften down through the base of the ribs, legs get longer, and then pull them in. Now pull the knees so far in that the hips roll up, take your feet under the bar, and then place them back where it attaches to your tower. All right, I'm gonna wiggle myself back just a little bit because I am very, very tight here. So it's either gonna be your heels or your toes up onto that part of the push through bar, and just hold here for a second. Let the springs or let that bar kind of just lift your shoulders up off the mat. Get those legs as straight as you possibly can. And now just bend the knees. Think like monkey stretch. Allow those hips to lift. Straighten the legs. Feel the ribs pull away from the thighs up to the ceiling, and then bend the knees. Okay, straighten the legs. All right, I'm gonna bring my right knee into my chest, clear the bar with that right foot, straighten the right leg up to the ceiling. Now I am pushing up into the bar with my left leg. Right leg shoots away, and then back up. Reach it across the room, and then back up. I'm trying to hold everything else stable, and then up. Reach it away, and then up. Fold the knee in. Place the foot up here, other side. Left leg shoots up long to the ceiling. Get a stretch in the back of that right leg. Ooh, this is for my tight people. Reach the leg away. And then up. Reach the leg away. And up. Make sure your collarbone is broad. And up. Try to find that left seat. As you reach the leg away, bring it up. Fold the knee in. And just place the feet back up onto that bar again. Bend the knees. Maybe let them go wide. And then take the feet off the bar. Bring the heels to your seat. And then just roll down with control. And you can go ahead and let go of the bar. All right, so let's go ahead and turn over onto our stomach for a little bit of swan. We can do away with that cunha board if you had it. Grab onto your push through bar. Press it forward, make sure it's clearing those arm springs. And then when you're lying down here, your hands, or when your arms are straight, your hands should be kind of in line with those upright. So forehead goes into the mat. Actually, let's take the right face cheek to the mat. Legs are zipped up behind you, pubic bone is pressing down. Find that long line, bend the elbows, pull that bar over your head, and then straighten the arms back out. Again. Reach the elbows across the ends of the room. Really create space from ear to shoulders, and then back out. We have one more here. And then back out. And now turn your head to the right. So left cheek is onto the mat. Same thing here. We have 3. And then back out. Pull that bar apart. And then back out. Last one. Should feel pretty good. And then arms go straight. Turn your forehead down to the mat. Once again, re-energize the legs if you lost that connection. Arms are gonna stay straight this time. We're gonna lift the chest up, find your baby swan or your swan, and then lengthen as you come all the way down. Again, zip those legs together if you can. If not, they go wide. And then come all the the way down. So keep your forehead into the mat, shrug the shoulders up into the ears. Now glide them down away from your ears, bend the elbows, and then straighten the arms. Now, if you want to stay with that combo, you are more than welcome. Otherwise, I'm going to do and cue the full expression. So bend the elbows, let your upper back lift your chest up as you push the bar up to the ceiling, and pause here at the top. Just find that long line, push into the bar to maybe lift the chest up a little bit higher, then let your head fall down, bend the elbows wide, and then lower everything down, reach the bar away. You pick which option works best for you. Bend the elbows, lift the chest up, push that bar up, 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 up. And then head comes down, bend the elbows, reach the bar away. Last one here. Let those ribs come with you. Tailbone gets long. And head falls down, bend the elbows, reach the arms forward. All right, from here, you're gonna carefully come up to a seated position, however you wish to get there. I think it's fun to slide around on the mat. Feet go up against the uprights just for a little push through. So make sure that your push through bar is not gonna hit your toes, so you might have to do a little external rotation. So let's first start pushing the bar up, bend the knees if you need, feel the length out through the crown of the head, and then keep the arms straight, push into those feet, roll yourself back, and now round up and over. Just reach forward, round forward. Feel the back of the legs press down into the mat, and then roll yourself back, back, back. One more time here. Press the bar up, reach the chest forward, booty sticks out a little bit, and then roll yourself back. Exhale as you push that bar through. Push it through. Reach, 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 reach. All right, from here, let's take the toes, or really arches, balls of the feet, onto the bar. Make sure that when your legs are straight, the toes are right there in line with the uprights. So let's just take your hands back behind you to start. Find a press down into your feet, and then just pull the bar in, and then press it out. You pull the bar in, and then you press it out. Now just start to think of your arms being like chest expansion, so they're energetically reaching away and down, and your collarbones are lifting up. And as the bar is coming in, you're thinking of a hamstring curl. All right, press the bar away. Reach the arms forward, kind of like at a high diagonal. Think of there being something underneath those arms. So again, your ribs lift up off your hips, pull the bar in, and then press it away. You exhale as you pull it in, and then inhale, press it away. This is your stomach massage from the reformer, and then press it away. Pull it in, you get taller, and then press it away. Now hold here. Legs stay straight, lift and twist to the left. You lift, lift, lift. Come back to center, bend the knees, pull the bar in. You lift and you twist to the right. You lift, lift, lift. Come back to center, pull the bar in. Again, lift and twist. Open up your wingspan, equal weight into your pelvis, and then come back to center, bend the knees, press it back out. You lift, lift, lift. Come back to center. I think we need one more each side. Oh, I never want to do a third one, but I always need it. You lift, lift, and back to center. Whew, last one, best one. Oh, we got to bend the knees and then press it out. Lift and twist to the right. Open up that wingspan. Imagine that arm is still pressing down into something, and then back to center. Bring the bar into you, grab onto it. Just give yourself a quick monkey stretch. You can just kind of rock back and forth. Or if you want to keep the leg straight, you can do that kind of dropping of the heel under. You can see mine doesn't go very far. Alrighty, so let go. Keep your feet there. Reach the arms out in front of you and just start to roll back. Don't let go of the bar. Roll back, go all the way back. Hands go into the mat. We are set up for our shoulder roll down, parakeet, all the other names that go with it. So find that anchoring down through the arms. Pull that bar in and then press it up. From here, legs are gonna stay straight. Roll the hips up off of the mat, reach the toes past the bar, and just pause here, find your long line. Also find your seat, and then melt as you come all the way down. Bend the knees, press the bar away. Once again, hamstring curl as you pull the bar in, you press it away, pause. Feel like your legs are hugging in. So if you're on classical, you hug in on that wooden piece, right? And then roll the hips up, up, up. Pause here at the top. Just find that long line. Big toes are reaching away. Left leg comes up and back, and then back down. Right leg goes up and back, and then down. Use those arms. Left leg up and back, and down. Right leg, reach it up and back, and then down. Both legs down, and then melt all the way down. Hamstring, pull that bar into you. Press the bar away. Pull the bar back in and up. Remember, energy off those big toes. Roll the hips up. Okay, so you can place your hands under your hips for this. I'm gonna attempt it today without. We'll see how it goes. Left leg comes up and back and pause. So really reach those left toes up, and now bend your right knee. Pull that bar down. Just see how far you can go without falling, and then press the bar back up. Hamstring curl on the right side. Use the arms, and then back. So this is right, your series from the mat. Think of that knee going up and over the toes. Last one. And then away. Right leg comes up and back. Pull that heel in, and then up. It's okay if you fall. Right, you're testing the waters, you're finding that point, straddling that line of control. Let's do 2. Pubic bone stays up and back. Last one. Straighten the leg, right leg comes down, and then melt, melt, melt. Fabulous. Go ahead and pull the bar down, press it away, reach the arms back behind you, find that good morning stretch. Pick the arms up, take a big breath in, and then on your exhale, roll yourself up and over. Round forward. Either grab onto the legs or grab onto the bar. Maybe find that monkey stretch again. And just get a stretch. All right, carefully float the bar up, and now we take our spring off. So let's do away with our push through bar. Make sure it's completely out of the way. Okay, so arm springs are still set up. Oh, that's not an arm spring. So they are high, but I want them like that because when we go to do our rowing, it actually assists in the lift of the arms. So legs are straight out in front of me. My feet are kind of in line with the edge of the mat. Please adjust if you need. All right, so from here, I'm gonna row the fists into the sternum. Right, finds that open chest, but also the shoulder blades are pulling apart. Energy down through the back of the legs. Roll yourself back. Round back, hands just stay there. And then pause here. Gaze should still be forward. Arms go out to the sides of the room. Press back into spring tension. Dive your head up and over. Reach the arms back. Finds them into the mat first. So push the fists down to feel the lift of the ribs, space between ears and shoulders, and then float the arms up, and they go out wide to the sides, and then reach forward. Notice how that really assists the lift, all right? Again, fists come into the chest, roll yourself back. Keep that space between your shoulder blades, arms go out to the sides. Press back, dive your head up and over. Finds that space, long reach of the arms, they go up and out wide to the sides. Oh, that feels lovely. Keep working the hug of the legs. Last one here. Roll yourself back. Arms go out. Press back. Dive the head up and over. Lift the arms. Lift the ribs at the same time. Circle the arms. Reach them out in front. And then stack the spine up tall. All right. So flat with those 90-degree arms. Hinge back. Test the waters here. Where can you go? And then come all the way up. Right? Your upper body is doing a plank. So space between those shoulder blades, slight protraction. You hinge back. And then from here, try to punch the arms up as you lift up, 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 up. You round forward, turn the palms facing down. Sweep the arms down and back. So you know, same ending as before. Circle them around and then reach them forward. 2 more times here. Arms are strong. You lean back. Punch the arms up as you sit up tall, 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 tall. Round forward, palms face down, swoop the arms down and back. And around in front. Last one, best one here. You got it. Lean back, punch the arms up, 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 up. Reach forward, press the arms down and back. Circle across the room and then forward. Fabulous. Let's come kneeling, facing the end of your mat. This is gonna look a little different for everybody. I'm gonna move my watch because it hits my watch. So kneeling, hip socket distance apart. This is why I wanted the springs higher so they clear your shoulders. So just be mindful of that, right? So I'm gonna lean into the wind a little bit with my hands out in front of my shoulders. And I'm just gonna pause here. Tailbone is reaching long. Press down through the tops of the feet as best you can. From here, straighten your right arm out. Just punch out through that fist and then bend the elbow back in. Left arm, you punch it out and then back in. Now hold here for just a moment. Create space in your upper back, just like that front rowing, or rowing back rather. Punch the right arm out and then bend it back in. Left arm out and then bend it back in. Let's do both arms. Press the arms out and then pull the arms in. Let's add some breath. Inhale. And then exhale, bend everything back in. Inhale, press the arms out, pause. Feel that sternum pull away from your fists and then bend the elbows back in. Press the arms out and then bend everything back in. Press the arms out and hold. Think of reaching out through those first and second knuckles just a bit more. Now, just like your long stretch on the reformer, float the arms up and then lower them down. Or even right your rowing, you float the arms up and down. Nothing changes in your spine. And down. Now we're gonna make the circles a little bit bigger. Try not to lean back. Listen to my words, not me. Lower the arms down, open them out wide, and then up. You work to the range that you can control things. Notice the closer the arms come, the more I wanna lean back, the harder I have to work. Keep working the space in your upper back. Can't stress it enough. The next time the arms are up at that high diagonal, we reverse. And notice how this kind of circling in is just like your teaser, right? They go out. Keep reaching across the room. Reach. Use that exhale to bring the arms in. Last one here. Bring the arms back up to about shoulder-ish height. Turn the palms facing in. We open the arms for our hug and then pull the knuckles back in. We open the arms and then hug the fists back in. Now, once again, you are not allowing your shoulder blades to full on squeeze together in your back. You're trying to keep the space there. So think of those knuckles almost dragging across a wall in front of you. Let's do 2. And 1. Bring the arms back in front of you. Turn your palms facing down. Bend the elbows as you kind of lean back, glide back. Awesome work. Let's go ahead and get the arm springs out of the way. And actually, let's just go ahead and hang them up. Hang them all the way up to the top or to your shoulder height. And if you don't feel like messing around with your bar, just take them off to the side, right? We'll adjust later. So let's get set up for some leg springs. So you're gonna lie down on your back. I'm gonna start with elbows bent because we're just gonna do a quick prep before we go into our in the air. So feet go into the straps. Elbows are bent, my hands are in line with my elbows. Bring the feet down to the mat, so I'm in the kind of the bottom of my frog. Find your long line, and once again, find that space in your upper back, right? You're seeing a trend here. Keep the heels hugging together, keep the ribs soft. Press the legs out, find your long line. Reach, 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 and then drag the heels back in. Keep that point out through the big toes. Again, you press the legs out. Make sure that chest is open, and then pull the heels all the way back in. Good. Again, press the legs out, and then hold here. Open the legs just to the width of the mat. They come up, they come together, and down. So send your focus to the back of the legs and your seat. Really feel that they're working to pull the legs down, and also the inner thighs to hug the legs together. Last one, they lower down, now we reverse. Let the leg bones just naturally spiral where you want. And really find that space between the coils of the springs. Open the springs up. Last one here. Hug the legs together, bend the knees, bring the knees into the chest. So now's your opportunity to either straighten the arms or you can keep those arms bent. I don't know about you, but I'm already feeling those arms. So do what you gotta do. Obviously, the lower the hands go, the harder, I guess, on the shoulders as far as mobility goes. So just, again, find where you need to be with your hands. So take the feet down into the mat. Punch out through the first and second knuckles. Press the legs out, find your long line. From here, roll the hips up. Try to float everything up and pause here. Right now, I feel like I'm trying to slide the poles up to the ceiling and my feet are trying to go lower than my hips and hold. Space between chin and chest if you can. And then from here, lower the right leg down as your left leg comes up and switch. Little scissor action. Work on the press down rather than the lift up. You've got 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Bring the legs together, reset. Find that pubic bone higher than your 2 hip points. Bend the knees, pull the heels into the seat, and then press the legs out. So you're trying to get those hips higher than your feet. Oh, it is so hard. You've got 3 and 2 and 1. Find those legs straight and then just melt all the way down. Bends the knees, heels come into the seat. Pull the knees into the chest for just one quick moment. Feet come down to the mat. Press the legs out. Finds that push into the arms and then roll the hips up. Find that hover wherever you can, all right? From here, we're gonna draw tiny little circles. Circle 1, circle 2, circle 3, circle 4, circle 5, pause, reverse those circles. We've got 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Hug the legs together. Let's do beats here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Think hips higher, feet lower. One more time. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll it all the way down. Bends the knees and bring everything in. Now before you take your feet out, grab onto the straps. So I'm kind of pushing my elbows into my knees. Straighten the right leg out, still holding onto that strap. and just get a stretch. Little stag or Peter Pan here. Bends the knee in, straighten the other leg out. Really pull on that strap. I think it just gives me a deeper stretch, and then push your elbow into that right knee if that feels good. And then bend it back in, and then maybe you do both at the same time. Maybe a little rock. Okay, take the straps off. And then let's go ahead and roll you up. And we are gonna finish standing today. Make sure those arm springs are at shoulder height, at the top, depending on what tower you're on. Let's go heels together, toes apart. You know, if that does not agree with you, find a parallel position. So I'm standing to where I can get my arms behind my hips, right? So I'm gonna scoot a little bit closer for today. So tiny Pilates V shape here. Hug those inner ankle bones together. Find length out through the crown of the head. And now with strong arms, press the arms down and back and pause here. Pubic bone should be reaching forward. Shoulders are rolling open, and then slowly release the arms. Let's do one more here. Just think of it as your tester. Make sure that those arms can kind of pass the plane of the hips, and then bring the arms forward. Okay, here we go. Pull those straight arms down and back and pause. Think fists down to the floor, ribs are lifting up. You lift the heels up. You turn your head to the right. Turn your head to the left, don't fall. Turn your head to center, and then slowly release the arms, slowly lower the heels. Again, pull the arms down and back. Turn side, turn side, turn center, and then slowly release. All right, so if you know that that's where you need to stop, you stay there. Otherwise, we're gonna add a knee bend to this, all right? So think pedipole. Pull the arms down and back, lift those heels up high. Bend the knees, you slide down that imaginary pole. You pause at your strongest place. Turn your head to the side. Turn your head to the side. Turn your head center. Woo! And then stand all the way up first. Lower the heels, release the arms. One more, finish strong, y'all. Pull the arms down and back, lift the heels up high. You lower down that imaginary pole. Find that strong plumb line. Turn your head to the left or side. Turn your head to the right, turn your head to center, stand all the way up, lower the heels, release the arms, and you are done. Way to finish strong, y'all.